Our two peoples are both kind.
Wait a second. Hold up, I see him wanting the prince. What did you do? Everything up until this point has been kindness and generosity, but this two technological paths. Excuse me?
Iowa. I still remember their address. 2911 Bonnie Drive.
Beautiful even.
That was my first face-to-face contact with the Americans. The days I spent with them are unforgettable.
Okay.
For me, they represent America.
Okay.
I have found that although our two countries are different in history, culture, and social system, and
Although our countries are different in history, true, culture, yep, and social system, I think that's the capitalist versus the communist thing. And, have embarked on different
development paths.
Development paths. Oh. That could be anything. Okay. Development. That could be infrastructure. That could be that could be a lot of things. It doesn't have to be technological paths. I heard technology.
Culture and social system.
He didn't say technology. He said development.
Our two peoples are both kind, friendly, hardworking, and down to earth.
Our two peoples are both kind. Okay. Friendly. That's the second time he's used friendly in this, or the translator anyway. Hardworking. Okay. Good job, Americans. The Chinese think we're hardworking. That's awesome. And down to earth. Well, that's great. I'm surprised, but that's great.
Our two peoples are both kind, friendly, hardworking, and down to earth. We both love our countries, our families, and our lives. And we both are friendly toward each other and are interested in each other.
And interested.
It is the convergence of many streams of goodwill and friendship that has created a strong current surging across the vast.
Streams of goodwill and friendship that created a strong current surging across the vast Pacific. Well, that is beautiful. That is just beautiful.
We both are friendly toward each other and are interested in each other. It is the convergence of many streams of goodwill and friendship that has created a strong current surging across the vast Pacific Ocean. It is the reaching out to each other by our peoples that has time and again brought China-US relations from the low ebb back onto the right track.
Okay, we're fine, we're good.
That once open, the door of China-US relations cannot be shut again. Once started, the cause of China-US friendship cannot be derailed halfway.
Okay.
The tree of our people's friendship has grown tall and strong, and it can surely withstand the assault of any wind or storm. The future of China-US relations will be created by our peoples. The more difficulties there are, the greater the need for us to forge a closer bond between our peoples and to open our hearts to each other. And more people need to speak up for this relationship.
Okay.
We should build more bridges and pave more roads for people-to-people interactions. We must not erect barriers or create a chilling effect.
Okay.
Today, President Biden and I reached an important consensus.
Okay.
Our two countries will roll out more measures to facilitate travels and promote people-to-people exchanges, including increasing direct passenger flights, holding a high-level dialogue on tourism, and streamlining visa application procedures. We hope that our two peoples will make more visits, contacts, and exchanges.
Okay.
And write new stories of friendship in the new era. I also
Applause
hope
line.
that California and San Francisco will continue to take the lead on the journey of growing China-US friendship.
Hey guys, take the lead on our friendship. What are you doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, we are in an era of challenges and changes. It is also an era of hope. The world needs China and the United States to work together for a better future. We, the largest developing country, that is China, and the largest developed country, the United States, we must get along with each other. In a world of changes and chaos,
Okay.
it is ever more important for us to have the mind, assume the vision, shoulder the responsibility, and play the role that comes along with our status
And
as
play
major
the
countries.
role that comes along with our status.
I've always had one question on my mind.
Damn.
How to steer the giant ship of China-US relations clear of hidden rocks and shores, navigate it through storms and waves without getting disoriented, losing speed, or even having a collision. In this respect, the number one question for us is, are we adversaries or partners?
Is this one of those conversations that I don't really know what it's about?
Through storms and waves without getting disoriented, losing speed, or even having a collision.
He's down with the metaphor. He used metaphor many times.
In this respect, the number one question for us is, are we adversaries or partners?
Oh.
This is the fundamental and overarching issue. The logic is quite simple. If one sees the other side as a primary competitor, the most consequential geopolitical challenge, and a pacing threat, it will only lead to misinformed policymaking, misguided actions, and unwanted results. China is ready to be a partner and a friend of the United States. The fundamental principles that we follow in handling China-US relations are mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and win-win cooperation.
Okay.
Just as mutual respect is a basic code of behavior of individuals, it is fundamental for China-US relations. Behavior of individuals. Just as mutual respect is a basic code of behavior of individuals, it is fundamental for China-US relations. The United States is unique in its history, culture, and geographical position, which have shaped its distinct development path and social system.
Development path and social system.
We fully respect all this.
We respect your development path and social system, even though it's different from ours, because you're unique in your history and in your geographical location. Okay.
The path of socialism with Chinese characteristics has been...
The path of socialism with Chinese characteristics. Right. I remember that. Okay. This is your social system,
The path
The
of
development
socialism
path.
with Chinese characteristics has been found under the guidance of the theory of scientific socialism.
Has been founded under the guidance of the theory of scientific socialism. Have you guys ever heard of that? Me neither. Scientific socialism. Is this the maximizing human flourishing thing?
Shaped its distinct development path and social system. We fully respect all this. The path of socialism with Chinese characteristics has been found under the guidance of the theory of scientific socialism, and is rooted in the tradition of the Chinese civilization with an uninterrupted history.
Wait, what? 5,000 years of human understanding under your belt. Got like 100 or so.
And is rooted in the tradition of the Chinese civilization with an uninterrupted history of more than 5,000 years. We are proud of our choice, just as you are proud of yours.
Oh, no apologies. Scientific socialism is pretty great. But we do respect your development path and social systems.
Culture and geographical position, which have shaped its distinct development path and social system. We fully respect all this. The path of socialism with Chinese characteristics has been found under the guidance of the theory of scientific socialism.
Okay.
And is rooted in the tradition of the Chinese civilization with an uninterrupted history of more than 5,000 years. We are proud of our choice, just as you are proud of yours. Our paths are different, but both are the choice by our peoples.
Interesting. He's not saying, look, this is how it had to be. He's saying, our culture and our history have guided our past, and they're different, and I respect yours. And you need to respect ours. I'm gonna send the Red Army after you. No, he didn't say that.
Fully respect all this.
He didn't say that last part. In fact, it's been surprisingly congenial. I expected it to be a little more, and you could have said this a very different way. You didn't need to use words like mutual respect.
And win-win cooperation.
And win-win.
Just as mutual respect is a basic code of behavior of individuals,
okay, we expect it at the state level.
For China-US relations.
Okay.
The United States is unique in its history, culture, and geographical position, which has shaped its distinct development path and social system. We fully respect all this. The path of socialism with Chinese characteristics has been found under the guidance of the theory of scientific socialism, and is rooted in the tradition of the Chinese civilization with an uninterrupted history of more than 5,000
years.
We are proud of our choice, just as you are proud of yours. Our paths are different, but both are the choice by our peoples, and both lead.
Not an unending, bending arc of historical moral goodness. It was a choice. It was made by our people, and it was made with their culture and their history in mind.
With an uninterrupted history of more than 5,000 years.
I'm just surprised he went that way. I thought he would say, look, Karl Marx said this is how it had to be, and so this is what we're doing, and you're wrong. Capitalism's bound to fail, and you guys have the wrong system, and that's not what he's saying. He's saying, no, our culture and our history brought us to different developmental paths, and we need to respect each other's.
All this.
Okay.
History, culture, and
wow.
Position, which have shaped its distinct development path and social system. We fully respect all this. The path of socialism with Chinese characteristics has been found under the guidance of the theory of scientific socialism.
Okay.
And is rooted in the tradition of the Chinese civilization with an uninterrupted history of more than 5,000 years. We are proud of our choice, just as you are proud of yours. Our paths are different, but both are the choice by our peoples, and both lead to the realization of the common values of humanity. They should be both respected. Peaceful coexistence is a basic norm for international relations. And there's even more of a baseline that China and the United States should hold on to as two major countries. It is wrong to view China, which is committed to peaceful development, as a threat, and thus play a zero-sum game against it. China never bets against the United States and never interferes in its internal affairs. China has no intention to challenge the United States or to unseat it. Instead, we will be glad to see a confident, open, ever-growing, and prosperous United States. Likewise, the United States should not bet against China.
Do you guys feel like we lost the game or something? This sounds like the coach of the team who just beat us talking.
We'll be glad to see a confident, open, ever-growing, and prosperous.
Wait till you guys come back and try again.
Likewise, the United States should not bet against China or interfere in China's internal affairs.
Right.
It should instead welcome a peaceful, stable, and prosperous China.
Yeah, guys. It's called reciprocal. It's called mutual respect. No war.
Win-win cooperation is the trend of the times.
Oh.
And it is also an inherent property of China-US relations. China is pursuing high-quality development, and the United States is revitalizing its economy. There is plenty of room for our cooperation, and we are fully able to help each other succeed and achieve win-win outcomes. The Belt and Road Initiative, as well as the
They booed him when he said our Chinese corporations. I went, ooh.
development, and the United States is revitalizing its economy. There is plenty of room for our cooperation, and we are fully able to help each other succeed and achieve win-win outcomes. The Belt and Road Initiative, as well as the Global Development Initiative, the Global Security Initiative, and the Global Civilization Initiative proposed by China are open to all countries at all times, including the United States. China is also ready to participate in U.S. proposed multilateral cooperation initiatives
This got real bottom line, real fast.
and achieve win-win outcomes. The Belt and Road Initiative, as well as the Global Development Initiative, the Global Security Initiative, and the Global Civilization Initiative proposed by China are open to all countries at all times, including the United States. China is also ready to participate in U.S. proposed multilateral cooperation initiatives. This morning, President Biden and I agreed to promote dialogue and cooperation in the spirit of mutual respect in areas including diplomacy, economy and trade, people-to-people exchange, education, science and technology, agriculture, military, law enforcement, and artificial intelligence.
Okay. Law enforcement and AI, military. Really?
Agreed to promote dialogue and cooperation in the spirit of mutual respect in areas including diplomacy, economy and trade, people-to-people exchange, education, science and technology, agriculture, military, law enforcement, and artificial intelligence.
Law enforcement? Excuse, we don't need any help with law. We don't need the cooperation of the Chinese Communist Empire to help us with law enforcement. What the flying F?
Initiatives. This morning, President Biden and I agreed to promote dialogue and cooperation in the spirit of mutual respect
With law
in areas
enforcement?
including diplomacy, economy and trade, people-to-people
Uh-oh,
exchange,
I don't like the sound of that.
science and technology,
Or AI.
military, law enforcement, and artificial intelligence.
Agriculture, military, in that order.
Enforcement, and artificial intelligence.
Fucking with the food, guys.
We agreed to make the cooperation list longer and the pile of cooperation bigger.
We agreed to make the corporation list longer and the pile of corporations bigger. Meaning less monopoly? Is that what he's saying?
Military, law enforcement, and artificial intelligence.
Make our corporation list longer and our...
We
What does that mean?
agreed to make the cooperation list longer and the pile of cooperation bigger.
The number of people who can trade inside the economy. That's what we applaud that. Yes. Make your corporation list longer. Make a bigger pile of corporations.
Just now, Secretary Raimondo mentioned
The issue of fentanyl.
I would like to let you know.
I would like to let you know that China sympathizes so much with their people, especially the young.
President Biden,
Like you guys did to us for 100 years during this situation. You can say
I would like
that.
to let you know that China sympathizes deeply with the American people, especially the young.
This is
sufferings
payback.
that fentanyl has inflicted upon them.
Oh, we
President
sympathize
Biden and I
though.
have agreed to set up a working group on counter-narcotics to further our cooperation and help the United States tackle drug use.
A working group to further the cooperation.
To further our cooperation and help the United States tackle drug use. I also wish to announce here that to increase exchanges between our peoples, especially between the youth,
Here's you. How are you? I don't have anything to smoke out of. Oh, here. Clowns.
China is ready to invite 50,000 young Americans to China on exchange and study programs in the next 5 years.
I'll go. Let me go get my study programs done.
Recently, the 3 pandas at the Smithsonian's National Zoo in Washington
Oh,
have
we're
returned
back
to
to
China.
cuteness.
I was told that many American people, especially children, were really reluctant to say goodbye to the pandas and went to the zoo to see them off. I
True.
also learned that the San Diego Zoo and the Californians very much look forward to welcoming pandas back.
Okay.
Pandas have long been envoys of friendship between the Chinese and American peoples.
Oh, nice.
We are ready to
Envoys.
continue our cooperation with the United States on panda conservation and do our best to meet the wishes of the Californians so as to deepen friendly ties between our peoples.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends, China is the largest developing country in the world. The Chinese people long for better jobs, better lives, and better education for their children. This is what the 1.4 billion Chinese hold dear to their hearts.
Whoa! Whoa! That's a big number. Big number. 1.4 billion Chinese. That is how many Americans exist today. 35. $100 million. No wait. 100,000. No wait. 350 million, and he got 1.4 billion. So they got 5 times. this times 5 is going to be 1.4 billion. Well, but our people are smarter, so.
The Communist Party of China, CPC, is committed to working for the people.
The CPC, the Communist Party of China, I thought it was PRC, People's Republic of China. No?
The Communist Party of China, CPC, is committed to work.
It is the party, and that's the regime.
The Communist Party of China,
Party
CPC, is committed to working for the people.
The regime
and our
is the
people's expectation
PRC.
for better life is our goal.
That means, this means that working hard to secure their support.
The Communist Party of China, CPC, is committed to working for the people, and our people's expectation for better life is our goal.
Okay.
This means we must work hard to secure their support.
The people of China, the Chinese people.
Thanks to a century of exploration and struggle, we have found the development path that suits us. We are now advancing the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation on all fronts by pursuing Chinese modernization.
Modernization. That's what I want for my country.
We are committed to striving in unity to achieve modernization for all Chinese. A large population is a fundamental aspect of China's reality.
Okay.
But now, we have to give the crown of the biggest population in the world to India. China
A couple of people clap.
is now home to the second largest population.
Must be some Indians in the room. Yeah, India! Shout out to India! Biggest population. Take that, China.
Our
Suck
achievements,
it.
however great, would be very small when divided by 1.4 billion. Achievements, however great, would be very small when divided by 1.4 billion. But the problem, however small, would be huge when multiplied by 1.4 billion.
Right.
This is a unique challenge for a country of our size. In the meantime, big also means strength.
In the meantime, big also means strength.
The leadership of the CPC, the system of socialism with Chinese characteristics, and the endorsement and support of the people are our greatest strength.
We have legitimacy in my country.
China is both a super large economy and a super large market.
Both a super large economy and a super large market.
Not long ago, the 6th China International Import Expo was held. It attracted over 3,400 business exhibitors from 128 countries, including the United States.
Import Expo.
The exhibition area of American companies have been the largest for 6 consecutive years.
Yeah, go America.
Modernization for 1.4 billion Chinese is a huge opportunity that China provides to the world.
Yeah, business leaders, get your shit together.
We are committed to prosperity for all, to deliver a better life to each and every Chinese. To eliminate poverty is the millennia-old dream of the Chinese nation.
Nice.
And prosperity for all is the longing of all Chinese. Before I turned 16, I was in a village in northern Shanxi province,
Okay.
where I lived and farmed with villagers.
You're farmer's boy.
I spent 7 years
Farm
there.
boy. You look like you'd probably use the sickle.
Shanxi province, where I lived and farmed with villagers.
Lived in the village.
I spent 7 years there, and I knew about their worries and needs. Now, half a century on, I always feel confident and strong when staying with the people. Serving people selflessly and living up to their expectations is not a slogan. This is my lifelong commitment. When I became General Secretary of the CPC Central Committee and President of the People's Republic of China, 100 million people were still living below the poverty line set by the United Nations. Thanks to 8 years of tenacious efforts, we lifted them all out of poverty. We realized the poverty reduction goal of the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development 10 years ahead of schedule.
Nice.
In this process, over 1,800 CPC members lost their lives in the line of duty.
What?
Our goal is not to have just a few wealthy people, but to realize common prosperity for all. Employment, education, medical services, childcare, elderly care, housing, the environment and the like. Employment, education, medical services, childcare, elderly care, housing, the environment and the like.
This is what he considers poverty. You're in a place of prosperity if you have employment, education, medical services, childcare, elderly care, housing, the environment, and the like. Oh, America. Now, what was this? We lifted our people out of poverty. We achieved the UN's agenda 10 years ahead of schedule, and in the process, 1,800 people in my party died. What the fuck? What does that mean? They died lost their lives in the line of duty, rescuing the people out of poverty? Our goal is not to have just a few wealthy people, but to realize the common prosperity of all. That includes employment, education, medical services, child care, elderly care, housing, the environment, and the like.
Just a few wealthy people.
What?
To realize common prosperity for all. Employment, education, medical services, child care, elderly care.
Is that what you guys got in China?
Environment and the like.
That sounds great.
These are real issues important to people's daily life and close to their heart.
Right?
They are being steadily integrated into our top-level plans for national.
Why do all the Republicans I know hate the Mexicans and want a wall? Don't you care about this shit? Listen to what he just said. Common prosperity for everyone.
But to realize common prosperity for all. Employment, education,
You
medical
guys want
services,
people to be better
childcare,
off?
elderly care, housing, the environment and the like. These are real issues important to people's daily life and close to their heart. They are being steadily integrated into our top-level plans for national development, thus ever increasing the sense of fulfillment, happiness, and security of our people. We will continue to promote high-quality development and deliver the benefits of modernization to all.
Deliver the benefit of modernization to all.
This is the CPC's founding mission and the pledge we have made to the people.
The communists.
It will surely be realized with the support of the people. We are committed to well-rounded development to achieve both material and cultural ethical advancement for the people. Our
Cultural and ethical material advancement. Cultural ethical advancement.
cultural ethical advancement for the people. Our forefathers
Cultural advancement.
ethical advancement for the people. Our forefathers observed that when people are well-fed and well-clad, they will have a keen sense of honor and shame. Our forefathers observed that when people are well-fed and well-clad, they will have a keen sense of honor and shame. Material shortage, they will have. Our forefathers observed that when people are well-fed and well-clad, they will have a keen sense of honor and shame.
What the fuck does that matter?
Material shortage is not socialism, nor is cultural ethical impoverishment.
What are you saying?
Chinese modernization is people-centered. An important goal of Chinese modernization is to continue increasing the country's
An important goal of our Chinese modernization is to increase the country's economic strength and improve the people's living standards. And at the same time, enriching
people's cultural lives,
their cultural lives.
Throughout society and promoting well-rounded development of the person. The purpose of the Global Civilization Initiative
Sounds like psychology.
is to continue increasing the country's economic strength and improving the people's living standards, and at the same time enriching people's cultural lives, enhancing civility throughout society, and promoting well-rounded development of the person.
Okay.
The purpose of the Global Civilization Initiative I proposed
Is that what you guys are focused on over there? Holy cow.
increasing the country's economic strength and improving the people's living standards, and at the same time enriching people's cultural lives,
Enriching their culture? You watch Naruto? Is that what you're saying?
well-rounded development.
You watch Naruto? What do you mean enriching their cultural lives?
People's cultural lives, enhancing civility throughout society, and promoting well-rounded
You watch
development.
Naruto, you're not cultured. I don't even know what Naruto is.
The Civilization Initiative I proposed is to urge the international community to address the imbalance between proposed is to urge the purpose of the Global Civilization Initiative I proposed is to urge the international community to address the imbalance between material and cultural advancement and jointly promote continued progress of human civilization.
Human advancement.
The international community to address the imbalance between material and cultural advancement and jointly promote continued progress of human civilization.
Wow.
We are committed to sustainable development to achieve harmony between man and nature.
Between man and nature.
The belief that humans are an integral part of nature and need to follow nature's course is a distinctive feature of traditional Chinese nature. We are committed to sustainable development to achieve harmony between man and nature. The belief that humans are an integral part of nature and need to follow nature's course is a distinctive feature of traditional Chinese culture.
I don't want to follow the traditions of our founding forefathers. They were bad. To the Chinese, you'll think tradition is important.
The belief that humans are an integral part of nature and need to
Ancient
follow
wisdom.
nature's course is a
Ancient
distinctive
knowledge.
feature of traditional Chinese culture. We live in the same global village, and we possibly wouldn't find another inhabitable planet in our lifetime. As an English saying goes, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children.
Oh, right. I often say that. Yes.
Earth from our ancestors.
That's interesting.
We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children.
Ugh, it's kind of a climate change thing, right?
When I was governor of Fujian province in 2002,
You were governor?
I called for turning Fujian into the...
Executive in the room.
When I was governor of Fujian province in 2002,
Former governor, now I'm general secretary. It's my life's work to take care of my people.
I called for turning Fujian into the first ecological province in China.
Ecological?
Later, when I worked in Zhejiang province
Wow.
in 2005, I said that clear waters and green mountains are just as valuable as gold and silver. Today,
Really?
this view has become a consensus of all the Chinese people.
Good.
China
You got that Bobby J
has
background.
close to half the world's China now has half the world's installed photovoltaic capacity. Over half of the world's new energy vehicles now run on roads in China. And China contributes 1/4 of the increased area of forestation in the world. We will strive to peak carbon dioxide emissions before 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality for 2060. We have made the pledge. We never exaggerate, but we will honor everything we say.
Huh.
We are committed to peaceful development, to build a community with a shared future for mankind. Peace, amity, and harmony are values embedded in Chinese civilization. Aggression and expansion are not in our genes.
Like you Americans, I know what you guys want to do. Manifest destiny this. Separate from the king that. It's not in our genes. We respect the emperor over here.
We have made the pledge. We never exaggerate, but we will honor everything we say.
Okay.
We are committed to peaceful development, to build a community.
You guys like this guy? I like this guy.
Peace, amity, and harmony are values embedded in Chinese civilization.
Amity. That's a word I'm not familiar with. Amity.
Amity.
Friendly relationship.
Amity. Amity.
Friendship. We like friendship. It's embedded in our civilization, not aggression
Aggression and expansion
and
are
expansion. Ugh.
not in our genes.
Who are you talking about?
The Chinese people have bitter and deep memories of the turmoils and sufferings inflicted upon them in modern times. I often say that what the Chinese people oppose is war. What they want is stability, and what they hope for is enduring world peace. The great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation cannot be achieved without a peaceful and stable international environment. In pursuing modernization, we will never revert to the beaten paths of war, colonization, plundering, or coercion.
Beaten path. That path's been beaten. We're not going back. This has been walked many times before. And we know that path. We won't revert to it.
Throughout the 70 years and more since the founding of the People's Republic, China has not provoked a conflict or war or occupied a single inch of foreign land.
Yeah, America. We've been around for 70 years. We never provoke war or occupy an inch of foreign land. Wow. Really?
China is the only major country that has written peaceful development into the constitution of the country, and the constitution of the governing party thus make peaceful development a commitment of the nation. It benefits from and safeguards the current international order.
It benefits from and safeguards the current national order. Meaning, I like the UN. I don't want to change things. I want to keep the safeguards of the international order. our nation benefits from the international order.
Remain firm in safeguarding the international system with the UN at its core, the international order underpinned by international law,
They're trying to
and the basic
change
norms
things
governing
around.
international relations based on the purpose and principles of the UN Charter. Whatever stage of development it may reach, China will never pursue hegemony or expansion in principles of the UN Charter.
Charter.
Whatever stage of development it may reach, China will never pursue hegemony or expansion in
My mom had trouble with that word today. Hegemony. Hegemony. Like, it means, like there's one strongest nation and then everything else is like weaker, and the hegemon is the strongest. Leadership or dominance, especially by one country or social group over another. Right. It's like, but white people are better than black people, right? Germany was united under the Persian hegemony of 1871. I mean, they were racist. Hegemony.
development it may reach, China will never pursue hegemony or expansion and will never impose its will on others. China does not seek spheres of influence and will not fight a cold war or a hot war with anyone. China will remain committed to dialogue and oppose confrontation and build partnerships instead of alliances. It will continue to pursue a mutually beneficial strategy of opening up. The modernization we are pursuing is not for China alone. We are ready to work with all countries to advance global modernization featuring peaceful development, mutually beneficial cooperation, and common prosperity, and to build a community with a shared future for mankind.
This is crazy. I guess this is how he's ending it. This is his end.
International relations,
We want to keep the UN. We love the UN. We love peace. We're peaceful people. It's in our genes how friendly we are. We're so fucking peaceful.
Stage of development it may reach, China will never pursue hegemony or expansion.
Whatever stage of development we reach, we'll never pursue hegemony or expansion. It's not in our. Even our party's against it. Our government constitution is against it.
And it will never impose its will on others.
We will never impose our will on others. It's not in us to do that. We don't believe in that.
China does not seek spheres of influence and will not fight a cold war or a hot war with anyone.
Okay. There you
China
go.
will remain committed to dialogue and oppose confrontation.
We just oppose confrontation of every kind.
With partnerships instead of alliances. It will continue to pursue a mutually beneficial strategy of opening up. The modernization we are pursuing is not for China alone. We are ready to work with all countries to advance global modernization featuring peaceful development, mutually beneficial cooperation, and common prosperity, and to build a community with a shared future for mankind. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, the passage of time is like a surging river.
Okay, Confucius.
With a shared future for mankind. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, the passage of time is like a surging river.
True.
Much is washed away, but the most valuable stays. No matter how the global landscape evolves, the historical trend of a peaceful coexistence between China and the United States will not change.
Okay.
The wish of our two peoples for exchanges and
Even
cooperation
the surging
will
river could not change
not
us.
change. The ultimate wish of our two peoples for exchanges and cooperation will not change.
We love exchange and cooperation. That's our wish.
The expectation for the whole world for steadily growing China-US relationship will not change.
Grow our relationship.
For any great cause to succeed, it must take root in the people.
For any cause to successfully take shape, it must take root in the people.
It must gain strength from the people and be accomplished by the people. Growing China-US friendship is such a great cause.
Growing friendship is such a great cause.
Let us galvanize the Chinese and American peoples into a strong force to renew China-US friendship, advance China-US relations, and make even greater contributions to world peace and development. Thank you.
Well, you thought you were big and bad, well, you could have fooled us. OD, NMO, B, bitch up too much, check the body count. Starting OnlyFans, ho, bringing in the pipe like I'm going in commando. Damn, yo, so got a whole crew full of Rambo. But you sit seat in the spots with the plants grow. It's okay, you're level 70, you're already there. That's great. Sophia? New to Season 3. Dragonflight Season 3. Earn new rewards through the mystical Keystone Dungeons in PvP. Great Vault updated. Heroics, Mythics, and Time Walking Dungeons now unlock Vault rewards. Amir Dressel. The Dream's Hope. Stop Fryrax from consuming Amir Dressel and turning the Emerald Dream into a burning wasteland.
The time for the world tree to bloom draws near. And our enemies are gathering in the Emerald Dream. Come.
Me? Really? I can come too? Over here? Ooh. I don't know if I can get over there, sweetie. What am I trying to do? Just fly my dragon?
Great fish gather in droves. Go, gather meat for us and bring back stories of your exploits.
Oh, I didn't mean it. Didn't mean it. Just kidding. Thanks. It was a joke. Made it.
This is a solemn burden. Aspects watch over you. Glory to all dragons.
This isn't like real questing, right? This is like, where's my real quest? This is for later when I'm bored. I'm supposed to be catching up. OD, animal, B, but some too much. Check the body count. This is your town. Ish. Kara, is it not? No, this is nobody's town. Oh. Need to get to the flight pad. Right. What's up, my dragoon? You need to go. what we'll call a dream. Pretty sure.